Internal Revenue Service IRS Tax News. IRS reminds businesses to e-file payroll tax returns. IR 2020-243, October 26, 2020, Washington. The next quarterly payroll tax return due date is October 31st, and the Internal Revenue Service urges business owners to use the speed and convenience of filing the returns electronically. IRS Form 940, 941, 943, 944, and 945 are used to report employment tax information. There's a link to employment tax information here. The IRS recommends electronic filing or e-filing of these returns for many reasons. E-filing saves taxpayers time by performing calculations and populating forms and schedules using step-by-step process. Once submitted, the information is quickly available to IRS, thus reducing processing time. E-filing is the most accurate method to file returns. Those who e-file receive missing information alerts. Electronically filed returns have fewer errors, which reduces taxpayers' chance of receiving an IRS notice. And note that if you are filing, of course, payroll tax returns, payroll can be somewhat of a tedious kind of process here, one that you don't really want to mess up too easily, and one that oftentimes you don't really realize that you mess up until you do either the quarterly returns or possibly even the yearly returns. So any kind of internal control that you could basically put together, including e-filing and using software in order to help you with the processing of the payroll, is probably worthwhile, because it's a lot better off to to get it right the first time, oftentimes with the payroll, rather than go back and try to make adjustments if there's a problem with it. So e-file could help with that, an internal control for it. In any case, the IRS takes safeguarding personal information seriously, and e-file security is a top priority at the agency. E-file security standards ensure tax information is protected from security breaches. The IRS requires all authorized IRS e-file providers to ensure only authorized users have access to secure information. The IRS acknowledges receipt of e-file returns within 24 hours. So you get actually a receipt of the return pretty quick with the e-file process as well, which is nice. So the agency retains the information on the tax return. Unlike filing a return on paper, e-filing assures the filer that the tax return is with the IRS and not misplaced or lost in the mail. There are two options for electronically filing payroll tax returns: self-file. Businesses purchase IRS-approved software. A list of providers offers options based on the relevant tax year. So you can take a look at the software options. There's a link to that list of providers here. Business owners may need to pay a fee to electronically file their return. The tax software requires a signature. The taxpayer has the option to apply for an online signature PIN, a PIN number. There's a link to that option here, or to scan and attach Form 8453 EMP, Employment Tax Declaration, for an IRS e-file return. Tax professional file on behalf of the business. Use the authorized IRS e-file provider locator service to find a tax professional who offers this service. So you can have a tax professional help you out with that as well. There's a link to the authorized IRS e-file provider locator service here. Only the business owner, authorized signers, and reporting agents can apply for an online signature PIN. There's a link to that PIN here. Third parties such as attorneys, CPAs, tax return preparers, or tax professionals can't request a PIN on behalf of the business, nor can they use the PIN to sign returns on behalf of their clients. For more information on electronic filing of payroll tax returns, see e-file employment tax form page. There's a link to that here. There'll be a link to this in the description.